Hello and welcome to Sunday's show at the Wacky Bookshelf. For those new here, this channel is all about books you didn't know about. If you are a returning subscriber, we thank you for watching our videos and building the channel. We are a community of explorative readers, and we are always open to new book suggestions. All of our book reviews can be found in the description below, along with our merchandise and book blog. Please leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel for new content. Thank you for your support, and now on to today's book.
Giants on Record, America's Hidden History, Secrets in the Mounds and the Smithsonian Files by Jim Vieira is an intriguing exploration into the controversial topic of giant human skeletons allegedly discovered in North America. Vieira, a stonemason and independent researcher, delves into historical accounts, newspaper articles, and scientific reports that suggest a hidden chapter in American history involving the existence of giant humans. The book opens with an overview of the numerous reports from the 19th and early 20th centuries, documenting discoveries of unusually large skeletons in various parts of the United States. Vieira compiles an extensive list of these accounts, many of which were reported in reputable newspapers of the time. These discoveries often took place in ancient burial mounds and other archaeological sites, primarily in the Midwest and along the Mississippi River. Vieira scrutinizes the role of the Smithsonian Institution in these discoveries, alleging that the institution may have suppressed or disregarded evidence of these giant skeletons. He examines records and correspondences from the Smithsonian, suggesting that there was a concerted effort to maintain the prevailing narrative of human history and dismiss anomalous findings. The book also delves into the cultural and historical context of these discoveries. Vieira explores Native American legends and oral histories that speak of a race of giants inhabiting North America long before European settlers arrived. He compares these legends to similar myths and stories from around the world, suggesting a global phenomenon. Vieira includes detailed descriptions of specific archaeological sites where giant skeletons were reportedly found. He provides maps, illustrations, and photographs to support his claims. Some notable sites include the Serpent Mound in Ohio, the Cahokia Mounds in Illinois, and various sites in the Ohio Valley. Each site is discussed in terms of its historical significance, the discoveries made there, and the implications for our understanding of pre-Columbian history. Throughout the book, Vieira emphasizes the need for open-mindedness and a willingness to question established historical narratives. He argues that the evidence for the existence of giants in ancient America is compelling and deserves serious consideration by the academic community. He calls for further research and a re-examination of the existing archaeological records. Giants on Record is not without controversy. Critics argue that many of the accounts Vieira cites lack verifiable evidence and that the book leans heavily on anecdotal and circumstantial evidence. However, Vieira's meticulous documentation and the sheer volume of reports he presents make a compelling case for at least considering the possibility of a hidden chapter in American history. In summary, Giants on Record, America's Hidden History, Secrets in the Mounds and the Smithsonian Files is a fascinating and provocative exploration of a topic that challenges conventional historical narratives. Jim Vieira's thorough research and passionate advocacy for uncovering the truth provide readers with a thought-provoking perspective on the mysteries of America's ancient past. Giants on Record, America's Hidden History, Secrets in the Mounds and the Smithsonian Files by Jim Vieira is an extensive investigation into the controversial claims of giant human skeletons discovered in North America. The book is a comprehensive compilation of historical accounts, newspaper reports, and scientific records that suggest the existence of a race of giants who lived in America long before European settlers arrived. Vieira, leveraging his background as a stonemason and independent researcher, presents a detailed case for re-examining these claims and considering their implications for our understanding of history. The book begins with an overview of the numerous reports from the 19th and early 20th centuries that document the discovery of giant skeletons across the United States. These reports, often published in reputable newspapers of the time, describe skeletons measuring between 7 and 10 feet in height, unearthed from ancient burial mounds and other archaeological sites. Vieira meticulously compiles these accounts, creating an extensive catalogue of evidence that he believes warrants serious investigation. Vieira places particular emphasis on the role of the Smithsonian Institution in these discoveries. He alleges that the Smithsonian may have played a part in suppressing or disregarding evidence of giant skeletons. Through a detailed examination of records, correspondences, and reports from the Smithsonian, Vieira suggests that there was a deliberate effort to maintain the prevailing narrative of human history and dismiss findings that did not fit within this framework. He discusses specific cases where the Smithsonian reportedly took possession of giant skeletons and artifacts, only for them to disappear or be forgotten over time. The book delves into the cultural and historical context of these discoveries, exploring Native American legends and oral histories that speak of a race of giants. Vieira draws parallels between these legends and similar myths from other cultures around the world, suggesting that stories of giants are a global phenomenon. He argues that these legends, combined with the physical evidence of giant skeletons, provide a compelling case for the existence of giants in ancient times. Vieira provides detailed descriptions of specific archaeological sites where giant skeletons were reportedly found. He includes maps, illustrations, and photographs to support his claims. Notable sites discussed in the book include the Serpent Mound in Ohio, the Cahokia Mounds in Illinois, and various sites in the Ohio Valley. Each site is analyzed in terms of its historical significance, the discoveries made there, and the potential implications for our understanding of pre-Columbian history. One of the key elements of Vieira's argument is the need for open-mindedness and a willingness to question established historical narratives. He criticizes the academic community for its reluctance to consider evidence that challenges conventional views. Vieira argues that the sheer volume of reports and the consistency of the descriptions of giant skeletons across different regions and time periods make a compelling case for further investigation. Throughout the book, Vieira presents a series of case studies detailing specific discoveries of giant skeletons. He discusses the circumstances of each discovery, the reactions of the researchers and institutions involved, and the subsequent treatment of the evidence. For example, he recounts the discovery of a 9-foot skeleton in a burial mound in West Virginia in the early 1900s, and the involvement of the Smithsonian in the excavation and removal of the remains. Vieira questions the disappearance of these remains and calls for a re-examination of the evidence. In addition to the case studies, Vieira explores the scientific aspects of the claims, discussing the potential biological and anthropological implications of a race of giants. He examines the skeletal structure of the reported giants, comparing them to known human and hominid species. Vieira also considers the possible cultural and societal impacts of such beings, speculating on their role in ancient American societies and their interactions with other human populations. The book is not without its critics. Skeptics argue that many of the accounts Vieira cites lack verifiable evidence, and that the book relies heavily on anecdotal and circumstantial evidence. They point out that many of the reports from the 19th and early 20th centuries are difficult to verify, and that some may have been sensationalized or misinterpreted. However, Vieira's meticulous documentation and the consistency of the reports he presents make a compelling case for at least considering the possibility of a hidden chapter in American history. In the concluding chapters, Vieira reflects on the broader implications of his research. He argues that the suppression of evidence and the reluctance to investigate claims of giant skeletons are indicative of a broader issue within the academic community. Vieira calls for a more open and inclusive approach to the study of history, one that is willing to consider alternative perspectives and question established narratives. He emphasizes the importance of preserving and investigating ancient sites and artifacts, arguing that they hold the key to understanding our past. Re-examining historical narratives. Vieira challenges the established historical narratives, urging readers and the academic community to remain open-minded and consider evidence that may not fit within conventional frameworks. The role of institutions. The book scrutinizes the role of major institutions like the Smithsonian in potentially suppressing or disregarding evidence. Vieira calls for transparency and accountability in the handling of archaeological discoveries. Cultural legends and oral histories. Vieira highlights the importance of Native American legends and oral histories that speak of giants. He suggests that these cultural narratives, combined with physical evidence, provide a compelling case for re-evaluating our understanding of ancient history. Global phenomenon. The book draws parallels between the legends of giants in North America and similar myths from around the world, suggesting a global phenomenon that warrants further investigation. Scientific inquiry. Vieira advocates for rigorous scientific inquiry into the claims of giant skeletons. He discusses the potential biological and anthropological implications of such discoveries and calls for more research in this area. Preservation of evidence. The book emphasizes the importance of preserving and investigating ancient sites and artifacts. Vieira argues that these remnants of the past hold crucial information about our history and should be protected and studied. Challenging the status quo. Throughout the book, Vieira encourages readers to question established beliefs and remain open to alternative perspectives. He argues that true scientific inquiry involves challenging the status quo and exploring new possibilities. Giants on Record, America's Hidden History, Secrets in the Mounds and the Smithsonian Files is a thought-provoking and controversial exploration of a topic that challenges conventional historical narratives. Jim Vieira's thorough research and passionate advocacy for uncovering the truth provide readers with a unique perspective on the mysteries of America's ancient past. Whether one agrees with his conclusions or not, Vieira's work encourages a deeper examination of the evidence and an open-minded approach to understanding our history.
And that concludes Sunday's Wacky book summary. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed this content, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. This book and many more can be found below in the description. You can support our community by engaging in the comments section and share if you think others would enjoy this content as well. Thank you again for visiting the channel, and we will see you around soon.